Okay, so this is how you draft a contract. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna look at your Salesforce contact, and you're gonna find the address of 1380 Clinton. It's 1380 Clinton. So I need the legal description, so that's what this is. So I'm gonna pull this up, and then I'm going to go to CTME, so it's ctmecontracts.com with the log information we provide you. Click login. You're gonna click create a new contract, and it's a contract to buy and sell residential. Click go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to create by copying from an existing contract. So we're literally just going to take the information from another contract. And in this case, I'm going to pull it from Niagara, which is the one we just did. So go, and it automatically populates. Before I edit it though, I have to click save, otherwise I won't hold. Okay, so now I can go through and edit this, right? So I need to update the date to today, and then just review it to make sure it's the same. So obviously this is not going to be the same. So this is what that property was. So I'm going to go here to Realist and see that it is in Arapahoe County. I'm going to update that. And then I'm going to go copy the legal. So the legal description is right here. So that's what this says it is. So lots 5 and 6. Copy. Paste that here. And then again, the address is 1380 Clinton. So 1380 Clinton, Aurora. I think that's 8008010, I think. Let's check here. Yep, okay. So we're good with that. Again, most of this is pretty standard. So available parking, etc. Earnest money, I always want it to be at least 5 days after receipt. So I want to make sure that we're getting enough time. The rest of it is blank, right? We don't do any inspections and anything like that. You want to make sure you close this date. So obviously this works for us. We want to do on or before 6/10/16. Possessions at closing, acceptance date, you want to give them, I mean, on this one, let's give them till tomorrow. Ideally, I'd like them signed today, but at the same time, I mean, you know your timeline. Purchase price in this case is $110,000. Standard earnest money is $100 or $1,000. Anything over $1,000, I need to approve. But let's just leave it at $1,000. So that says at closing, we're bringing $109,000 to the table. Earnest money is held by the title company, so that's what that says there. And then all the rest of the stuff pretty much doesn't apply. So it says we do have the funds available, whereas there's no new loan. So I'm just going to kind of skip through the rest of this because none of this stuff really applies because this is a cash deal. Transfer of title is by warranty, and actually we're going to change that to personal representative. So in general, if it is an individual selling it, meaning Joe Smith is selling Joe Smith's property, you're going to say warranty deed. In the world of an estate, you want to say a personal representative deed, because that is how they're actually technically transferring titles, by a personal representative deed. Closing costs, we cover all closing costs. They will prorate for taxes. So if they've owned it for 6 months, they're going to owe 6 months of taxes. That'll just come out of the settlement statement. And then lastly, here's all our statements, right? So I've got a fully disclosed, we're buying it at a discount. I'm a licensed realtor, etc. So make sure you go through that with them if they have any questions. You're going to want to make sure web signatures are enabled. So all you do is click this, and you want to make sure they are enabled. Otherwise, people will not be able to sign. Once someone signs, it locks the contract. So they can't do anything. And then the last thing is you want to update the information right here. So as far as who's signing. So in this case, we're going to take it the estate of Stephen Nimps. I just want to make sure that matches over here. So I'm going to actually copy from this to make sure we're on the same page. Boom. And then Valerie Nimps Squindo is signing. So I'm just going to copy that. she's signing as the personal representative. So now I'm going to go back over here and make sure I didn't miss anything. Create contract value mosquito. Perfect. So now I can go back to the top and click save. And then to give them the link that they're going to sign, all I have to do is click this print preview signature view, and it's going to open up. And this is a great way to review it. So you just want to review the stuff in blue. So obviously when we updated the bottom paragraph, it updates who the estate is selling. Everything else looks pretty good. And so I wait to sign until they sign. That way, if they want changes, we can make the changes. Because once I sign here, the contract is locked. So I'd prefer send it to them, make sure they are cool with it. If there's any changes we need to make, we can make those. But once we sign it, it's done. Perfect. So that's the contract. All you're gonna do is now copy this and send them that link, and they can sign online. Another way you can do it as well, if you want to send it directly from the software, is you can go back to this right here, and you can click email contracts, and you can click that you want to email this, and you want to email it to yourself. So I'm just going to email it to myself right now. And then I have it, and I can just forward it to them from there. So one way or another, either way, you can either copy the link and send it to them, or you can forward it to them in an email. One way or another, but that's how you write the contracts.